Did you hear that? Liren has just smashed Ian Nepomniachtchi like a potato. I'm not joking. The game number 4 of the World Chess Championship match finished in a victory for a Chinese Grandmaster, who in fact claimed himself being completely not ready mentally and morally for the match after the game 1. Do you remember him asking for a doctor? Well, the man got his treatment, he got his medicine, which was the game. Wanna see? Ding, congratulations, certainly a big win. How do you assess your play today?
Well, I think I played well.
You started with c4. Did you want to avoid Petrov or Berlin?
No, that's because I didn't play e4. I mainly played d4, c4. Yeah.
Thanks again, and good luck at the following games. The man is back, on track, on fire, back to business. Call it however. Remember how I asked you yesterday if Ding was back? He is. c4, the game started. Ding playing white pieces, goes for English defense. Jan is a bit surprised, responds with knight f6, knight c3, e5, knight f3, knight c6. So far so good. e4, bishop b4. It turns out Ian Nepomniachtchi did not expect that much English. He wasn't well aware of what was going on in this position. He admitted himself he should have repassed the lines better, which I think was a mistake because you should never be way too honest. But somehow, as you can see here at the World Chess Championship, the most comic part about press conferences is that both players are being way too honest. Queen c2, bishop takes c3, b takes c3, d6, e4 is the response of white. Short castle, bishop e2. So far, everything is okay. Knight h5. Putting the knight on the edge. Okay. d4. And here comes the first key moment of the game. Jan responds with knight f4, which is the first dubious move of the game. Why is it dubious? Simply because it allows white to get the center, and this center is gonna be the reason for all Jan's misery. Short castle, queen f6, rook f e1. Again, for now the game is holding. Rook e8, bishop d3. Bishop d3 is actually not very precise. It's a good move. Obviously, you improve the bishop, you want to play e5. I like that, indeed, and you kind of put some pressure, you activate the things, but it allows bishop g4. And bishop g4 is the last development move for black, allowing to put the bishop out, which is really important, you know, finish the development and stuff. Here, an interesting opportunity for white would have been to play h3, prophylactical move, and then ask black, okay, darling, how are you gonna finish the development? Where are you gonna put the bishop? Playing h3, taking out the g4 square, and then playing bishop d3 later on would have been smarter. But it's a question of a taste, I guess. It's a lot of details, not necessarily easy to depict. Another opportunity for white was to play immediately c5 here. And c5 is the same thing that happened in the game. Uh-oh, not this again. Did I just spoil you the game? I'm sorry. D takes c5. Yes, white sacrificed the pawn, but now white pushes e5. And after, let's say, do the same move as queen h6 is in the game, we got the center. We got the very strong center, and in fact the same idea that Ding did in the game later on could have happened already earlier and give the opportunity for white to gain some advantage. If you ask me, well, why is it so strong? Well, I'll tell you, pawns belong to the center, okay? We can give away one pawn if it's for the sake of the center. And let's say if black one day takes on d4 and then white takes and you say, I've got 3, but here you've got only 1. But the thing is, here, look at this. These pawns will never advance because the pieces are just way too strong, okay? And then the center comes. So it's that kind of, you know, as a gambit where you sacrifice a pawn and then you gain something like an initiative in response. Getting back to the game, bishop d3. It's not such a big mistake, but okay. Bishop g4, knight d2, claiming that even though you got the g4 square, you're not gonna make any use of this bishop, which is smart. And here Jan goes with another slight inaccuracy, putting the knight on the edge. You know by now knights on the Raymar Deem, and here Jan is gonna be punished. The question I would ask Jan here if I was the interviewer, you know I am a very good interviewer. Did you consider the idea of c5, sacrificing the pawn and then pushing for this big center? Because here is just amazingly played by Ding. Again, he could have done it faster, but here, after e5, it's even better this way than the one I showed you because the knight is on the edge and it's kind of not putting the pressure on the center anymore. So queen h6, I guess you can find it. d5, boom, and we got the justification for the pawn. Now c4 is coming, and this center is just magnificently beautiful. Look at the knight, look at the knight. How does it look? Does it look good? No, let's put it on yellow, exactly, yellow. Rook ad8, c4, again yellow. Knight needs to be yellow. He's really bad here. b6, a very lame attempt to activate the knight. Actually, it's a good move because it's the only way to transfer the knight somewhere to a better spot. h3, bishop h5, saying, okay, Dina, you thought bishop g4 was a strength for Jan? Well, watch me kick it out. Bishop e4, claiming that the bishop is now super strong, controlling all the center. I mean, honestly, look at this, guys. These two pawns in the center and the bishop on e4, isn't that a dream? And this pawn, well, first of all, it's a double pawn. Secondly, there is another double pawn. And you know, when it comes to double pawns, it can reduce up to 0.50, which is half a pawn. So if you put two double pawns in one position and say that one of them is extra, it's almost as if it didn't feel that way. And now if you complete it with the amazing center and then the horrible knight on h5, you understand all the importance of the center. Rook e7, queen c3. I like queen c3 because it kind of improves the queen and it also points out on the knight, even though I know the knight is protected. I wasn't born yesterday. Rook e8. Okay, bishop f3, but isn't that trading the bishop that you said was misplaced? Well, that's fine. It brings the knight back to the closer to the center, and then the rooks, and then it's all good. We're controlling the situation. As my Russian coach told me one day, you know, Dina, it's not about the pieces that you trade. Am I trading a better piece to a worse piece? Sometimes it's about what pieces are left on the board. So even if we trade the bishops, claiming that our bishop was stronger than the opponent's bishop, we still get a super strong knight and the center, and the black knight is completely out of the game. It's almost as if white was a piece up. Knight b7, rook e2, f6. So f6 might have been another inaccuracy, even though computer says it's fine, but it actually allows white to have this protected passed pawn, which is gonna be the queen. A pawn on e6 here is so strong. Imagine one pawn completely killing both rooks. Have you ever seen something like this before? By the look of this position, even though computer... Oh, by the way, evaluation. Yeah, thank you, Dina. Hello, good morning. Evaluation bar here says the position is equal. But I mean, come on, don't be bullied by an engine. Look at the position with your human eyes. A pawn on e6, blocking two pieces. It's a game over. Knight d6, improving the knight, finally. I mean, yeah, there is one positive side after having played e6, is that knight on d6 is kind of like back on track. Like ding, after today's game. Hi, you sure you're a subscriber? I didn't see you clicking that button down below. It's right here. Rook e1. Knight f5. Okay, knight f5 is an accuracy. Maybe knight would have been better standing on d6. But what to do? The problem here is that, I repeat once again, even though computer gives it equal, from human perspective, and Jan admitted it himself on the press conference, from the human perspective, it's not easy to come up with moves. Whereas white has like 20 different ways to improve. That's the thing. That's the issue. Computer suggests something like bishop g6, and then if white goes for bishop e4, then bishop h5, and they say, how are you gonna improve? But there are millions of ways to improve. You can, let's say, just start with pushing the pawns. Okay, black will go to f5, and then regroup the pieces, try to manipulate here and there. And honestly, this game would have lasted 3 more hours, and then Jan would have cracked. This is my very honest speculation. I mean, likely for us, because we want entertainment. Jan cracked way faster. He played knight f5, and after bishop takes h5, queen takes h5, rook e4 attacking the f4, queen h6, queen f3 attacking f4 again, Jan cracked. Made a horrible blunder. But we need to give Jan credit. The position was really hard to approach because there is only one move here. I mean, at the same time, it's the most logical move because the move is, you got it correct, g5, protecting the pawn. I mean, come on, chess.com, why do you give brilliancy move to a pawn that protects another pawn which was attacked? And besides, it's an extra pawn. If we lose the f4 pawn, this is over. Totally over. There is some challenge with playing g5. You know, as your coach would tell you, and I hope you have a coach if you want to improve, never push the pawns from the king. The pawns from the king should protect him, okay? Your lord needs to be safe. So g5 is kind of against the rules. But, you know, chess is all about rules and even more about exceptions for those rules. So that's the move here. Did Jan consider this move or not? That question remains unknown. What is known, though, is that Jan blunders with knight d4. And the blunder is the following. Remember in the game number 2, Jan sacrificed the exchange. Taught Ding lesson. Well, today, Ding showed that the lesson was learned. The rook is no longer needed. Rook takes d4. Boom. Double exclamation mark. Wait, chess.com. I want to see the brilliant move. Rook d4 is a brilliant move. Where is the double exclamation mark? C takes d4. And the idea behind is that now we transfer the knight. And if you try to defend this pawn, c5, then you're gonna face, boom, d6 and then e6. And if you take, then I say, okay, darling, well, goodbye to your rook or to your queen or to whatever, let's say. Oh, mate in 2. How lovely. Sweet. So c5 is not possible, and there is no way to defend the pawn. g5, trying to finally waking up, but Jan, too late, my friend. You already lost. Knight takes d4, queen g6, and everything which happened after this is basically just simply acknowledging the fact that you lost in one move. g4. Okay, g4 actually deserves credit because it's pushing the pawn from the king, okay? And the king was, I mean, exchanging the services, right? We saw this already in this game. Pushing the pawn from the king normally is bad. Like you watching this video, by the way, did you click the button subscribe? Because it's the moment now. You watching this video, having not subscribed yet, the button is right here, okay? Also, do not push your pawns from the king side. Just like you subscribe, you do not push the pawns from the king side. Well, top grandmasters can be exceptions. F takes g3. F takes g3, and now black has absolutely no compensation. h5, no counterplay. Knight f5, beautiful outpost. Rook h7. It's funny because let's do something like completely non-related. Like, let's do king f8. It might be so that the strongest here would even not be to take the rook. Because the rook is like a pawn here, but the knight is like a queen. I'm not kidding, knight here is like a queen, like the strongest piece of the game, controlling all the board. You know, I'm in the paint today. Wow. Isn't that beautiful? Rook h7. Okay, pretending that the rook has the same value that the knight, but you guys, the biggest lesson for you, this rook doesn't have any value at all. Did I ever tell you that rook belongs to open file? When the rooks are on the open file, then it's fine, but not here. King h7, e7. Going for the kill, for the blood. Smashing black completely. Queen f7, d6. Boom. C takes d6, knight takes d6. Is Ding finally taking the rook back? Queen g8. Yes. Greedy. Very greedy boy, Ding Liren. Knight takes e8, queen takes e8, queen e6. And, well, you know, when it comes to heavy pieces endgames and the passed pawn, no way to stop it. Just no way. And queen is the worst blockader. Queen can never be a blockade. I mean, look at the pieces. Look at black's pieces. King g7, rook f6. Now this pawn falls. Rook h6, defending rook d1. f5. Oh, discovered attack. I'm so scared. Well, here comes the check. Boom. King f7. Queen takes f5. Thank you for the pawn. Rook f6. Another check. Queen h7. King e6. Queen g7. Show me what you've got. Rook g6. Queen f8. I mean, I just want to promote. Innocent wish of mine, just to promote. The best thing that can happen in chess. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Ian Nepomniachtchi did not give us enough content and resigned here. We did not see any promotion in this game. How sad is it? On a more serious note, extremely important win for Ding. He is now back to business, claiming that he fully recovered from his psychological troubles. I'm excited! I don't know what about you, but I'm so excited! We finally got some action in this match! Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Tomorrow is the rest day. We gotta go for the game 5 on Saturday. Remember, to win this match, one of the participants needs to get 7.5. Who's gonna be the winner?